Now this is the song that I used to play in college, man. Was my shit. Was I helped pioneer this. That's my favorite shit. When did you make that one? I helped pioneer this.
Right after Chris made that bullshit that he made,
That
but
was
see, a lot of
88.
people
That was when?
don't look at it.
That's my
Look, but a
favorite.
lot of people don't look at I pioneered this as a
Oof.
Chris diss. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
you don't. You don't. You
A
don't.
lot
You
of
don't.
people
You don't
don't
look
look
at it.
at Juice Crew Law as a Chris diss. So I've been going at this shit with this man for the longest time, but
Yes, you have.
don't ignore the shit that I was pumping out at, because a lot of people like to say, "Oh, if you want to really get to it, me and him never had a battle for real." Other than the Sprite commercial is the only time we came face to face in a confrontational thing like that. We were always on tour together though.
Yeah.
But when we was on tour, y'all know how it is, us being from New York, you in the middle of South Kakalaki, and back when we was doing it, it ain't like it is now. So, it's two New Yorkers in the middle of South Kakalaki. So what do you think me and Chris and the BDP and the Juice Crew did? We band together. Because it's only us out here in the middle of the cornfield, y'all. You understand? So we had a lot of shows together. There's never been any times where we've gotten into blows behind stage or anything. You know what I mean? And it was just a learning experience for us. And I thought I'd put that out there.
My boy Arnstar played you in the Netflix movie. He played you, MC Shem, my boy Arnstar, young rapper, brother. He was
I know him. He calls me all the time. Me and All-Stars like this. We
played
good.
you, man, in the Roxanne Shante joint. And he's the son of one of the breakers from back in the day. Kid Freeze or whatever. He's the son of one of the legendary break dancers. Yeah. That's my little brother right there.
Yeah, All-Star. He cool. He called me every blue moon and be like, "Yo, Sham, what's up?"
Yeah, he played.
You know how he is. You know how he is.
Talk to me about the legendary Mr. Magic, man.
Ooh.
And what he meant to hip hop. Because I feel like he's another one that people kind of forget about. And like, if you were there at the time, you would understand how influential Mr. Magic was. Like the station, just dealing with the Juice Crew, all of that. Talk to us about Mr. Magic, please.
All right, now what should let you know that how influential Mr. Magic was? You heard Biggie. I let the tape rock till my tape pop. Mr. Magic, Molly Mall.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Magic is the reason why Lord got a job. Magic is the reason why I got a job. Magic the reason why Rod Digger got a job. You comedian ass niggas was funny anyway, so y'all did your own shit. But if not for Mr. Magic playing and going against the grain of radio, they didn't want hip hop on the radio, on the major stations anyway. And so what Magic did was he went to a station called WHBI. And his time slot was 2 a.m. And whenever, and you didn't care whether Magic came on at 2 o'clock in the morning, and this is when you would have your radio on record.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ready.
Magic
Come on.
with the pause button.
Dun. You know what I'm saying? And he'll have his joint going, and you know what I mean? And Magic was the main reason why hip hop is what it is today. And Magic, it's just that anybody that really knows Magic, that been there with Magic, Magic is an intricate, exotic individual.
See, I never had the privilege of meeting Mr. Magic. Like
Magic.
I was one of the kids. I'm in elementary school, Shan, and I'm staying up till 2 a.m. First of all, let me set the stage for you. Okay, so in my building, I lived on the 4th floor, and we're in New Rochelle, mind you now. So we're further from the city. We're further from the signal. Where was the state? Where was WHBI at? That was in
the middle of Manhattan.
In the middle of Manhattan, right?
It was up in a building. in Manhattan.
Right, but this ain't the same type of signal that KTU and all that type of shit had. You understand? It's a little
No,
bullshit. It's a little bullshit signal, right? So nowhere in my crib would HBI come in except in my kitchen. But the
And you had to put aluminum foil on the
antenna. The antenna had to be half out the window, touching the metal of the screen. So I had a little hole in the screen, and the antenna goes out into the air, and it's touching the screen for more, to make more of an antenna. And now I got to sit on this hard ass freezer, like a deep freezer that was right there in the corner. This is how I'm sitting, waiting for these shows to come on. Sometimes I'd fall asleep. I fall asleep while I'm waiting for the motherfucking shit to come on. I got my shit paused. Everything's ready to go. And come on, I don't know how old I am. 10 years old, whatever the fuck. Fall asleep. You wake up at like 3 o'clock and it's okay. Well, that's good. That's it for this week. You like, oh shit, I'm fucked up. And now you got to wait till a whole next week. This is when hip hop was, it was special. Because you couldn't get it 24 hours a day. It wasn't like hip hop 24 hours a day. If you missed that little hour between 2 and 3,
you was getting it.
Now you gotta wait a whole week, and you could have missed something valuable. You could have missed a new freestyle from who knows, a new record, because he was breaking records all the time. Now your man caught the shit.
Now let me tell you the blessing
you ain't got the tape, and
me.
you feel like a sucker. Tell me about knowing this man.
Look. Magic, I was the only one that really could deal with Magic. So when we was on tour, me and Magic bumped. The way you see me now, as expressive that I am, I got that from Magic. It's like, man, I don't give a fuck. Fuck out of here, nigga. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to tell you. And that is what it is.
Was Mr. Magic Latino real quick? Was he like?
Yeah, he was. Listen, he was nigga. John Rivas.
Right.
But he was nigga.
But he didn't have no Spanish or nothing in his...
Negro.
Nah, he was... Look, no.
Somebody just asked that question.
No, Magic John Rivas was John Rivas. Okay. he was John Rivas.
There you go. John Rivas
and it's
was
just
a
been
nigga.
A pleasure. No, he was that nigga. He was that nigga.
Facts.
He was
Facts.
that nigga. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, it was a pleasure to know him. And the difference with me is like, when I made a song on Saturday afternoon, it was on the radio Saturday night. I didn't have the same kind of struggles and strife to get my records played on the radio, being down with Magic. So it wasn't about sending in any demos. Can you listen to this? So when I made it on a Saturday, Molly played it that night. So I had like the illest plug that there was in hip hop at that time. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no way. You know what I'm saying? Molly Scratch was playing on the radio on WHBI 6 months before it ever became put on wax.
Wow.
And see, I'm the type of motherfucker that was hearing all of that. And then so when y'all would put it out 6 months later, I would be like, this is old. Like, why are they acting like this is new? Like I've been heard this.
All right. I mean? Why? Because we were now being circulated around the country. Niggas in LA was hearing us. Niggas in Europe was hearing us. Because
remember,
have to
understand that.
I came at the beginning of the record making era. See, before me, they had the little Sugar Hill or whatever. But when I came along, Down by Law was the first thing that got signed to a major label from an independent. Because we were doing so much with that Down by Law as an independent, Warner's was like, hold up, we can't stop them. So Warner's approached Cold Chillin' to sign all of the artists. Like, yo, we want to do a deal with Cold Chillin', and that's how it became Cold Chillin' Warner Brothers. Because Sham was selling so much with this independent stuff before, you know what I'm saying? Before it really, while we were still just doing it in the street. And before me, they was the tape niggas. They was the, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, the Sugar Hill and all Mel and them had records, but you know, Tommy Boy and them was just local. You know what I'm saying? we was out there on Philly and all kinds of places. And so when I came around, it was a change of the guard, sort of say. You know what I'm saying? It went from the street tapes and things that we were doing, and now we doing it on an international level. That's how come the battle with Chris might be seen across the seas as the first battle or whatever, because they didn't know about the cassettes and things that we had in the hood of the Cold Crush and all of this. So when they finally heard a battle over in England, it was the Shan and Chris battle, because it was the one that was put on records.